Good morning. I know I had said earlier this week that I do these mostly on Mondays, but when something gets dropped into you, you have to share. And you were told that you needed to share this message about tea and how tea knows its identity and its purpose. And tea doesn't have to ask permission to be tea. Tea knows that it's tea. But usually, what happens is when a message keeps showing up in my life with my clients, with my conversations with my friends, or just in reading things, when those messages continue to show up, I know it's time for me to share. So, the message that has been resounding in some of the work that I do is how we as people are easily to accept the bad part of our identity and not the good. Not accepting the fact that we are uh, deserving of certain things in life and that we are good. It's easy to look at situations and circumstances and identify with them. And so, as an identity person, as an identity therapist, especially someone that works with people on identity, things just kind of speak to me around identity and purpose. And I'll tell you, to be honest, before I get into this whole discussion about T and its identity and purpose, I want to share with you. A while ago, God gave me that part of my identity and purpose was talking about identity and purpose, but I thought that was too simple. I was like, God, that's not deep enough. When you start working on identity and trying to understand your purpose, it's deep. That gets very deep. It digs. I've been digging and trying to ask the question and answer the question, who am I? What was I created to do? So this example, because I couldn't have thought of this on my own, got dropped down into my spirit, and it was about tea. Okay, so either we have tea bags, tea leaves, tea knows what it is, whether it's in the leaf form where the it hasn't been processed to be put into a bag. It's in like a leaf form, so it knows that it's a tea leaf. It knows how it was created, why it was created, and it knows what its flavor is, regardless of what the flavor could be. So even if you get tea from the store and it's you using it for cold, tea is ground up, but it's still tea. Regardless of what form it is, tea is tea. And there are different varieties of tea. Tea knows what its identity is by what type of tea it is. So I have this tea cart, or it holds these different types of teas, and in there are various types of teas. So what I decided to do was, so that I could demonstrate this to you, is let you look. Okay, so I have a chamomile lemon tea. So that's its identity. It's a chamomile lemon. This one is rooibos, and that's its identity. It's rooibos. So it knows its identity. It knows what it comes with. It knows that it comes with a deep, soft apple notes. Like it has some apple flavor in it, and it's a mellow South African brew. So it knows where it comes from. Then we have, a lot of people know about Earl Grey. Earl Grey is a common tea that people find, and it's a black tea. It's dark. It's rich. It has some citrus taste to it. And then Moroccan mint tea. That's like, I found out about Moroccan mint tea one day. I went and had a meeting with someone, and it was part of the blend that they used in one of the teas. So it's a Moroccan mint tea, and it's caffeine free. Is has a So when you say Moroccan mint, it has sweet tea leaves. It knows what it's for, but in that, each of these teas are different. They have their own identity. And they're not afraid to stand in their identity when they think about being steeped in hot water. It brings out when they get steeped in hot water, it brings out the flavor. So it made me remember, like, regardless of what I'm going through, what you're going through, when we're steeped in who we are, so that means we're infused, we are dropped deeply into who we are, our flavor comes out, our identity comes out more and more. So either the water's hot, that brings out some more stringent flavor, that brings out more of our identity. Like with the tea, it brings out more of who we are, what the tea is when it's steeped for 5 to 6 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. The longer you steep it, the more flavor comes out. Sometimes the flavor can be so strong if you steep it for too long. But as leaders, we have to remember to steep ourselves in our identity, know who we are. But then tea knows its purpose. So, for instance, this chamomile lemon, it knows it's a tea for rest and relaxation. It knows when you making this, you want to just chill. You want to relax. It has its purpose. Chamomile. It helps us to relax. It does something for our body. So it's a good tea. It's not caffeinated. It doesn't have caffeine in it. So it can do its work to help you relax and rest. And then if you want more of a wake me up, this Earl Grey is a wake me up tea. It has caffeine in it. It's gonna give you a boost. It's gonna really bring you forward in what you do. So think about that's caffeine. Has caffeine in it, it's gonna wake you up. This Moroccan mint, it's a comfort tea. If you need to be have ease and balance, this may be the tea that you want to drink. You may want to drink a good minty caffeine-free tea. But then this Robust is also uh, a caffeine-free tea, and it's rest and relaxation. But there are teas out there that are there to help us heal. They have healing powers. But each tea, whatever how unique it is, it knows its purpose and it stands up and shows its purpose. It didn't have to ask permission. So as I think about, sometimes we're asking for permission to be who we are and to show up in our purpose, but it's already there. So I want you to think about it as you go about your day. How can you steep yourself more in your identity as you show up in your purpose? That's the question. How can you do more of that? So I just want to share, that little tidbit that T knows its identity and its purpose. Do you? Are you willing to stand in it? So have a great Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week. Enjoy what you do, but most definitely be you and own it and operate in your purpose so that you can ignite your impact. Talk to you later. Have a great day.